Hey, what's up feckers? How you all doing? Hope you're doing good. Now, 4 new Warframe augments dropped in-game last night. Augments for Gara, Octavia, Wukong and of course Korra. 4 new ways to change up how you might play some of your favourite Warframes. But the most important questions are these augments worth it? Where do you get them, and should you actually go to the bother of spending syndicate points to buy them? Honestly, like pretty much every new set of augments that get added into the game, some of them will be hit and miss with the community. Korra's new augment is called Accumulating Whipclaw. Hitting 3 enemies, the number, not the shrubbery, hitting 3 enemies will grant a 35% stacking damage boost to your Whipclaw's next attacks, and this stacks up to a maximum of 350% of a damage boost, which will then start to decay by 2.5% a second after not hitting anything for 10 seconds. Now you can get your hands on this augment with the Red Veil or Steel Meridian Syndicates at the required rank, and it is a pretty solid augment. So you could run this with a crowd control built Korra if you wanted to help ramp up your whip's damage without having to actually mod for power strength. You could go for more range, and because you'll be getting that 350% damage boost, your whip will still hit pretty damn hard. Now if you're choosing to spam that ability, then you're also going to need a decent low efficiency or a way to regen your energy pretty quickly. Your Warframes mods don't actually affect the damage boost or the decay rate of this augment. They will stay the same regardless, and you're going to be left with that choice of what mod would you choose to drop out of your already built Korra in order to fit this one in. It is definitely a tough call. Now, out of the 4 mods that we got yesterday, this is one of the better ones, if not probably the best one out of them all. Definitely worth looking at or getting your hands on. Now, Gara's new augment, Gary, is called Mending Splinters, and you can get this one off New Loka or Arbiters of Hexus at the right rank. So how does Mending Splinters work? Every target affected by your Splinter Storm will heal for 3 health a second, and this is affected by your Warframe's power strength as well. Splinter Storm shards that hit enemies that aren't the initial target of that Splinter Storm will also give you heals. So you can have a steady stream of incoming minor heals, and I'll be honest, I'm kind of on the fence with this augment. Gara can already mitigate 90% of incoming damage, so she won't really be getting hit for big chunks of health, and if she does, then chances are a minor healing stream isn't gonna save your ass, you're already dead. And in game right now, we have so many different ways to heal our Warframes right now, so I'm not sure if it's going to be worth dropping one of your mods out of your current Gara build to fit this augment in. Mediray, Lifestrike, your Augmented Furies, Arcane Grace, Magus Elevate, they're just to name a few. And again, for Mending Splinters to be effective, you're going to need to mod for some kind of a decent duration or efficiency, because you will have to keep recasting it. Now, whether or not this augment actually heals your teammates or not, I'm not 100% sure. I've seen some people say it does and some people saying that it definitely doesn't, and I have no friends to try it on. Feels bad. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of Gara's augment. I know some of you will really like the sounds of it, and again, like I said earlier, some of you won't. Octavia's new augment is called Conductor. You can get this off New Loka or Cephalon Suda at the right rank. So this augment lets you command your resonator ball to move to a new location by recasting it where your crosshairs are aiming, once it's outside the radius of effect, and the ball will then move to that location, stay there unless you choose to move it again to a new location. This mod can also be equipped apparently in your Exilus mod slot, so it's a lot like Chroma's guided effigy augment, where you can move the ability around, except this one is for Octavia. This probably should have been part of the ability to begin with and not to be augmented later as a bit of a band-aid fix. And if you do like using, I guess, Partitioned Mallet, which is another one of the augments, then this could be a different alternative for you. Entirely up to you whether you want to use it or not. Now, I could see this being used to help create choke points or funnel enemies into a certain point because it taunts them, so you can then get them into one big group and nuke them down. But will anyone in the community actually use this? Will you drop this out of your current Octavia build, whether you've built her for stealth and a shitload of damage or whatever? Would you consider putting this augment in and changing your build around to suit it? Let me know in the comment section below. Mallet already wipes enemies out in seconds, so who cares about where they move to if they're already dead? But on the flip side, if you are an endurance runner going up against really high level enemies that aren't getting wiped out straight away, then this could be used, like I said, to help group enemies up into one spot. But apart from that, this mod for me personally is a no. I'm going to skip it. I don't really like the functionality of it, but that's just me. Maybe you will love it. So that leaves us with just one augment left to showcase, and I've been told you should always keep the best for last, and I have definitely done that. This is the greatest augment ever released, Wukong's Enveloping Cloud augment. You can get this one from New Loka or Arbiters of Hexus. Allies standing within 4 meters of Wukong's cloud ability become invisible for 14 seconds. Wukong's duration mods will increase this time as well, but this invisibility will be broken if that ally chooses to attack. So it works in a similar way to Ivara's stealth, which breaks slightly on noisy weapons, or Shade's Sentinel stealth, or the Huras Kubro. I think the funny thing about this augment is that Wukong himself does not go invisible, so your teammates surrounding you once they're inside that 4 meter radius will be invisible, but Wukong won't. He will be invincible, so enemies will still be shooting at him, he won't be taking any damage, but that bombard rocket, or that napalm round, or that random grenade will still hurt those stealthed teammates hugging to your cloud. Rescue targets can be stealthed by this as well, so you could use it if you wanted to on a rescue mission. Just a really slow walking rescue mission. Live on the feckin' edge. Listen, Mr. Rescue Target, I'm going to save you. I'm just going to take my fucking time doing it. Oh, and don't step outside the tiny circle or those enemies will see you. Mr. Erratic Rescue Target with dumb AI that runs all over the place. Now, the 4 meter radius that your allies need to stay inside to be invisible can be seen by a highlighted ring around your Wukong that can't be seen if he doesn't have that augment equipped. But again, 4 meters is a very small area. Poor Wukong, right? Fucker got shafted. Now, that's the 4 new augments. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of them. Will you use any of them? Do you think they're worth it? Korra, maybe for me. Maybe even Gara's augment. But again, I think on the other 2 augments I will pass on them. They're not up to my playstyle. Do me a huge favour, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.